Hello, and welcome to the Panhellenic Council Orientation Part 2. With primary recruitment right around the corner, we would like to prepare you and discuss what you can expect throughout the process. Before we get started, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Elizabeth Boyce. I'm the External Vice President for Membership Recruitment. I'm responsible for planning and overseeing the entire recruitment process, and I've been working really hard to make this a great experience for you. On behalf of the Panhellenic Council, I want to thank you for registering to participate in this experience and also express how excited we are to have you join our community. This presentation will cover who our chapters are, our community's anti-hazing policy, important terms to know, recruitment counselors and what they can do for you, a schedule of the entire recruitment process, a chat about what to wear, what to anticipate during the process, and finally, the behavioral expectations throughout the recruitment process. Feel free to watch this presentation multiple times or email me directly at wcuphcvprecruitment@gmail.com for any additional clarification. We have a dynamic Panhellenic community comprised of 10 diverse chapters. Our 10 Panhellenic chapters include Alpha Delta Pi, Alpha Phi, Alpha Sigma Alpha, Alpha Sigma Tau, Alpha Z Delta, Delta Phi Epsilon, Delta Zeta, Kappa Delta, Phi Sigma Sigma, and Zeta Tau Alpha. Each of these chapters belong to the National Panhellenic Council and share a common goal of empowering women and promoting sisterhood, service, philanthropic efforts, leadership, and academic achievement. The word hazing is often synonymous with Greek life given depictions in the media. Hazing can be defined as any activity expected of someone joining a group that humiliates, degrades, or risks emotional and/or physical harm, regardless of the person's willingness to participate. Here at Westchester, we have a zero-tolerance hazing policy. Individuals or groups found responsible for hazing will face sanctioning from the Office of Student Conduct and possibly legal authorities depending on the circumstances of the situation. Before you begin your recruitment journey, we want to make sure you understand all of the new potentially unfamiliar terms you may hear, such as P&M, quota, or total. A potential new member, or P&M, is an unaffiliated woman going through the recruitment process who wishes to join one of our groups. That means you are a P&M. Quota is the number of women each sorority may extend bids to. Total is the allowable chapter size as determined by the College Panhellenic, including both new and initiated women. A recruitment counselor, or RC, is your guide through the recruitment process. She's an undergraduate sorority woman who is trained for a full year to be the best possible support to you during this somewhat stressful time. She will be your communication point person for all things recruitment, so feel free to ask her anything. Since she is responsible for helping you make sense of your experience and help you through the decisions you need to make each day. We will assign you a recruitment counselor once all registrations have been confirmed, no later than January 14th. You will spend a lot of time with your recruitment counselor at the beginning and end of each day. We encourage you to make a good use of this time together. Feel free to ask her for help with decision-making, ask as many questions individually or as a group as you would like, and there are no dumb questions. Just remember, your recruitment counselor is here to help, but not to manage you. You are free to make any decisions that feel right. Again, we will be assigning you a recruitment counselor no later than January 14th. To learn more about your recruitment counselor, feel free to visit our Fraternity and Sorority Life website using the link on this slide. Next, we will go through an overview of the recruitment process to make sure you are as prepared as possible for the next few weeks. Panhellenic sorority recruitment is a mutual selection process, which means that the process gives all women an equal opportunity to join a sorority and gives all chapters an equal opportunity to meet potential new members. This process requires that you attend all opportunities given to you to meet sorority women. Again, attendance is critical throughout the process. You may have some questions on what to wear. Here is the lowdown. The first 2 days of recruitment, open house and philanthropy, the dress is casual. Some ideas may include a sweater, jeans, and boots. We definitely recommend wearing flat shoes as you will be on your feet majority of both these days. During Sisterhood Round, the third day of recruitment, the dress gets a little less casual. If you would like to wear wedges on the third day, that is acceptable, but in no way required. On this day, we suggest business casual clothing, such as a sweater dress or business pants and a blouse. The fourth round, preference, will be the dressiest. We suggest dresses or jumpsuits. Heels are permitted on this day, but again, not required. On bid day, we ask that you arrive wearing jeans or leggings, a cami under whatever shirt you wear, as you will be receiving a t-shirt from your new sisters. And make sure to wear flat closed-toe shoes, such as sneakers, as there may be some walking. Please refrain from bringing anything with you besides a coat, keys, and student ID every day of recruitment. Now we are going to talk about the schedule and timing during the recruitment process. While the schedule every day will look different, each day you will start and end your day with your recruitment counselor. Attendance will take place in the morning meeting, so it is imperative that you are on time. Please note, you may not see your recruitment counselor during the event rounds, but rest assured you will end the day with her so that she can help you make your selections and answer any questions that you may have. I mentioned before that attendance is super important during primary recruitment. To make sure everyone attends all events in which they are invited to and is where they need to be, our recruitment counselors complete attendance checks while you are waiting to go into each sorority's room. You will be lined up in alphabetical order because that is how attendance is given to the chapters. It is very important that while you are waiting in these lines, there is no talking and no disappearing. It is your responsibility to get to an assigned location on time. Recruitment will begin with open house round on Wednesday, January 16th. Potential new members will report to Lawrence at 10:45 a.m. for an early lunch with the recruitment counselors. After lunch at noon, you will meet with your assigned recruitment counselor in a predetermined area. The first event will begin at 1 p.m. and will last 20 minutes. You will meet all 10 of our Panhellenic chapters. Over the course of the day, you will have one meal from 4:15 to 5:45 in Lawrence and one additional break. During the first day, you will learn about each chapter's sisterhood, values, and national organization. The first invitational round, philanthropy round, will be held on Thursday, January 17th. Potential new members should arrive at 10 a.m. to meet with their recruitment counselor at their predetermined location to go over the schedule for the day. Lawrence will also be open for breakfast from 8:45 to 9:45 for women participating in recruitment. On this day, you could visit a maximum of 8 sororities, but many people don't get invited back to all 8 chapters. Don't be discouraged. Trust the process and keep an open mind. Events will begin at 11 a.m. You will have at least one break and a meal in Lawrence from 3:15 to 4:30 p.m. During this day, you can expect to learn about each chapter's philanthropy, scholarship, and community service events. Sisterhood Round will be our second invitational round and will be held on Friday, January 18th. Before events begin, brunch will be available from 10 to 11:30 a.m. in Lawrence, and early dinner will be available from 4:15 to 5:45 p.m. in Lawrence. P&M should arrive to meet their recruitment counselors at 5:30 p.m. at their predetermined location. You could be invited back to a maximum of 5 sororities. These events will be 30 minutes long and will begin at 6:30 p.m. During this event, you will learn about each chapter's friendship and sisterhood. Our final round will be held on Saturday, January 19th. Breakfast will be available in Lawrence from 9:45 to 10:45 a.m., and recruitment counselor meetings will take place at 11 a.m. at your designated location. You will visit a maximum of 2 sororities this day, and the events will last 60 minutes beginning at 12 p.m. You will have the opportunity to learn about the meaning of sisterhood during the chapter's ceremony events. Please note, these events can get quite emotional as women often share the reasons why their sorority means so much to them. Tissues will be provided. Following the end of the rounds at 5:30 p.m., dinner will be served from 6 to 7 p.m. in Lawrence. Throughout each day and or night, there will be some breaks. We ask that during this time you clean up after yourself, and please do not discuss recruitment with anyone besides recruitment counselors. Each woman has their own experience, and it is best to mind your own business and focus on yourself during this process. Feel free to use the restroom and enjoy the snacks we provide. Just remember to clean up after yourselves. Sunday, September 13th is arguably the best day of the recruitment process. It's bid day. You will meet at Sykes Theater at 11 a.m., where bids will be extended. After receiving your bid, you will head over to the field house to meet your new sisters. Meal plans start this day, so meals will not be provided by Panhellenic. You are free to eat wherever is open. Everyone does receive a bid if they maximize their options. This means that before going through the recruitment process, you have to decide, do you want to be in a specific sorority Or do you want a sorority experience? During the process, we ask that you keep an open mind because our community has so many amazing women that want to meet and get to know you all. At the end of each day, you will complete a priority preference form. You will select the chapters that you hope to be invited to the next day. Your recruitment counselors will review this every day during recruitment. Remember, just because you write a chapter down, that doesn't mean you will automatically return to that sorority the next day. Remember, this is a mutual selection process. So how does it work? At the end of the day, chapters will provide a list of women that they would like to invite back. Chapters are only allowed to invite back a certain number of women dictated by the National Panhellenic Conference representative. This data then goes into a computer and it matches your preference with the chapter's preference. When you arrive at Sykes Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you will get a list of chapters that you'll visit that day. Everyone visits every chapter for Open House Round. Next, we are going to go over some of the rules during recruitment as mentioned in the Potential New Member Code of Conduct. You agreed to these rules when you registered, and you will be removed from the process if you violate them. During the recruitment process from Tuesday, January 15th to Tuesday, January 22nd, alcohol consumption is prohibited for both sorority women and potential new members. We want all women to have clear minds as they make big decisions. This rule applies to sorority women as well. You will be removed from the recruitment process if you do not attend all of the events that you have been invited back to. If you have a conflict, such as a family obligation, please notify your recruitment counselor as soon as possible. All scheduling conflicts must be pre-approved. However, you must be present to complete your preference form. Being in a sorority is a commitment. You're going to have to learn how to prioritize. We ask that you treat all women within the WCU sorority community with equal respect. Do not badmouth or slander a sorority or individual members or a fellow potential new member. Do not perpetuate rumors or stereotypes of sororities. Please respect recruitment staff, RCs, chapter members, and each other. Some additional rules are as follows. Do not accept any type of gift, such as meals, cards, letters, and/or sorority paraphernalia. Potential new members may not contact sorority members for information regarding recruitment, whether it be via email, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, or Instagram. When leaving a recruitment party, potential new members will not be allowed to discuss their options of a sorority with a fellow potential new member. During the recruitment process, you will not be allowed to use your cell phone unless it is an emergency. Your recruitment counselor will hold onto your phone each day so that you don't have to worry about it, or better yet, you can even leave it at home. Recruitment counselors will be using their own cell phones as stopwatches and for communication purposes. Chapters also have to follow rules. If you experience anything that makes you feel uncomfortable or seems unusual, please let your recruitment counselor know as soon as it happens. Before preference night, which is the night before bid day, you are permitted to have normal contact with sorority women. Be yourself and authentic. Let them get to know the real you. After preference round, strict silence begins. No sorority woman can have any contact with the PNM, with the exception of recruitment staff and recruitment counselors. RCs will remind you of these rules. As a potential new member, your rights are as follows. The right to be treated as an individual, the right to be fully informed about the recruitment process, the right to ask questions and receive true and objective answers from recruitment counselors and members, the right to be treated with respect, the right to be treated as a capable and mature person without being patronized, the right to ask how and why and receive straight answers, the right to have and express opinions to recruitment counselors, the right to have confidentiality while sharing information with recruitment counselors, the right to make informed choice without undue pressure from others, the right to be fully informed about binding agreements implicit in the membership acceptance signing, the right to make one's own choice and decision and accept full responsibility for the results of that decision, the right to have a positive, safe, and enriching recruitment and new member experience. If at any point you do not feel like one of these rights is being honored, please notify a recruitment team staff member. Next, I'm going to review some of the frequently asked questions that we talked about at Orientation Part 1. As a new member, there are financial obligations. We want to be transparent and prepare you for them. The financial commitment varies for every chapter. Dues range from $400 to $700 as a new member, and then typically range from $250 to $500 a semester as an initiated member. These can be a one-time payment or monthly payments. You are welcome and encouraged to ask chapter women during recruitment about their financial commitments if that is something that is important to you. Some chapters' dues include things that other chapters may make you pay out of pocket for. This means that shirts may not be covered in dues. We sent you an itemized financial explanation for each chapter in the Orientation Part 2 email that you have received. Please take a look at the sheet. That way you can see what each chapter's dues goes towards. This will also be distributed during recruitment. As with any organization, group, or club, there is a time commitment, and we say that joining a sorority is the equivalent of taking an extra class, so about 3 to 4 hours a week. If you decide to take on leadership opportunities in the chapter, the weekly time commitment would certainly exceed 3 to 4 hours. Additionally, there are weekly chapter meetings, sisterhood events, service and philanthropy events, and weekly education events that new and current members participate in as a requirement of membership. As we discussed in the Panhellenic Orientation Part 1, a legacy is a woman who is closely related to a member of a given sorority. For example, if your grandmother, mother, or sister is a beta, 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 either in college or out of college, you are a beta, beta, beta legacy. Policies vary from sorority to sorority. When you registered for recruitment, you had the opportunity to list this information. If you did include this in your registration, the chapter checked this validity with their national headquarters. As a final reminder, our Panhellenic recruitment process will begin on Wednesday, January 16th for Open House Round. Our first invitation round will be on Thursday, January 17th, and the second invitational round will be on Friday, January 18th. The final invitational round will be on Saturday, January 19th. Bid Day will be held on Sunday, January 20th. And finally, on Monday, January 21st, we will have a Panhellenic Day of Service. We hope you're as excited as we are for 2019's Panhellenic Primary Recruitment. Please feel free to watch this video as many times as you would like. If you have any further questions, please reach out to me via email at wcuphcvprecruitment@gmail.com. I can't wait to see you all for Open House Round.